Unknown. Python.docx. The weight of a promise. A boy with big dreams. Liam grew up in a small town where life was simple but hard. His father, a humble carpenter, worked long hours in a tiny workshop, repairing furniture for the townspeople. The pay was little, but he always told Liam,
Success isn't about how much you earn. It's about the kind of man you become.
despite their struggles, Liam dreamed of bigger things. He wanted to leave the small town and make a name for himself. He longed for opportunity, for a chance to prove that he was meant for something greater. His ambition burned brighter than the humble life his father was content with.
Someday I'll be rich.
Liam would say to his friends.
I'll have power and fortune, and I'll make sure my family never struggles again.
His father would only smile and say,
Remember, Liam, fortune is empty without integrity.
The crossroads. As Liam grew older, he faced a choice. He could stay and take over his father's workshop, or he could chase success in the city. When a wealthy businessman offered him a job as an assistant in a major company, he didn't hesitate.
I'll be back in a year.
Liam promised his father.
I'll make enough money to help you retire.
His father looked at him with knowing eyes.
Do not forget who you are, my son. Loyalty and responsibility mean more than money.
Liam nodded, but he was already thinking of his future. A test of integrity. City life was different from anything Liam had ever known. He worked hard, showing perseverance and discipline. Soon, he climbed the ranks of the company. He met powerful people, those who had influence over politics and business. But the higher he rose, the more he saw the dark side of success. His boss, Mr. Whitmore, was a charming but deceptive man. He often bent the rules, manipulated contracts, and avoided taxes. Liam noticed small lies at first, but over time, the lies grew bigger. One day, Whitmore asked Liam to adjust financial reports.
It's just a small thing,
He said smoothly.
a sacrifice for the good of the company.
Liam hesitated.
But it's illegal.
His boss smiled.
Laws are flexible, my boy. You want to be successful, don't you?
Liam was faced with a dilemma. If he refused, he might lose everything he had worked for. But if he agreed, he would be betraying his principles. His father's words echoed in his mind.
Integrity is worth more than gold.
Liam made his choice. He refused. The fall from grace. The consequences were immediate. Liam was fired and blacklisted from the industry. The same people who had praised him now turned their backs on him. His friends disappeared overnight. He had nothing left. No job, no reputation, no future in the city. For the first time in his life, Liam understood the pain of true adversity. With no other choice, he returned home. But when he arrived, the workshop was closed, the tools rusting, and the house felt emptier than he remembered. A neighbor approached him with a solemn look.
Your father passed away 3 months ago.
She said gently.
He waited for you.
Liam's world shattered. He had chased success, believing it would make his father proud. But in the end, he had betrayed the only man who had truly believed in him. The road to redemption. For days, Liam struggled with his grief. He had thought that success was about money and power, but now he understood. It was about character, about trust, about keeping one's word. He could not bring his father back, but he could honor his memory. So he reopened the workshop, not for profit, but for purpose. He trained young apprentices, teaching them the skills his father had taught him. He repaired old furniture for families who couldn't afford new ones. He built more than chairs and tables. He built trust, respect, and a reputation based on honesty. Over time, the workshop became successful again, not in riches, but in meaning. Liam finally understood that real growth comes not from taking, but from giving. One day, a young man came to him, desperate for work.
I want to be successful.
He said. Liam smiled and placed a hand on the boy's shoulder.
Then start with integrity. It's worth more than any fortune you will ever earn.
And this time, he knew it was true. Lesson. True success is not about wealth or status. It's about integrity, responsibility, and loyalty. Liam learned that ambition without honesty leads to regret, but sacrifice for the right reasons leads to true redemption. The weight of a promise is heavier than gold. Keep it well.